machine learning algorithm, the overseen to detect and mitigate the attack. Machine learning algorithms such as naive decision tree, k-nearest neighbors, and random forest method are used. There are three steps: gathering information, pre-processing, and features extraction in normal or DDoS classification algorithm for detection attacks use dataset NSL KDD. Similar algorithms have different function conduct that dependent on the feature selected. DDoS attack performance detection is compared and it indicates the best algorithm. Now we discuss about the various type of attacks in cloud environment, such as teardrop attack. In teardrop attack allows a healthy period and breakdown of successive internet protocol areas IP. The package to cover the attack have each other. However, during the process, the packages have attacked attempt to the replicate frame networks fail. The program of goal gets confused at this point and collapses. Now, second attacks are Smurf attacks. These attacks include the use of IP spoofing and ICMP to emerge as a target to activity communication. This attack method uses ICMP echo parameters which are based on the sent IP addresses. Those ICMP defense begin with the spoofed address victim. Now move on. Next attack is ping off death attack. This type of attack uses IP packet to pick up an IP size target frame maximum of 65,535 bytes. IP parcels are not allowed under the measures, so the intruder parts the portion of the IP. If the gold frame assembles the packet again, it will meet waves of buffer and other crashes. Another attack is land attack. A specially crafted TCP SYN message is constructed in a land attack to modify the source internet address and path to be similar to destination and network addresses. This is configured to connect to a victim device for access. Software compromised receives such as message and effectively return the packet to be reprocessed to the destination address in the endless loop. The machine CPU is also used for continuously lock devices, causing or even crashing a lockup. Now, next attack is SYN flood attack. The computer of the attacker floods the target system to process low for various requirements not responding to the targeted system. These are attacks in they are in distributed service attack. Now move on next slide. Literature review. In this area, various authors have worked in this field. This is the work of all of them, and all of them had some limitation in scope. Keeping all these things in mind, I extend this work further. So now move on next slide. Research problem statement. The research problem revolve around developing robust and efficient techniques to detect and mitigate DDoS attacks in cloud computing environment. Especially the following aspects need to be addressed. First, scalability. In traditional DDoS mitigation approach may not scale effectively to handle the large volume of traffic in cloud environments. There is need for scalable detection and mitigation mechanism that can adapt to varying traffic patterns and effectively handle attacks of different magnitudes. Second point is resource efficiency. Cloud environment operates on shared resource, making it crucial to develop DDoS mitigation techniques that minimize resource consumption while maintaining a service availability. These include optimizing the use of computational resource, network, bandwidth, and storage capacity for DDoS detection and mitigation. Third point is real time detection. In a real time detection, of DDoS attacks is essential to minimize their impact on cloud services. Research is needed to develop real-time detection algorithm capable of quickly identifying malicious traffic pattern amidst legitimate traffic flows, enabling rapid response and mitigation. Next, attack variability. DDoS attack continues to evolve in sophistication, utilizing various techniques such as volumetric attacks, protocol attacks, and application layer attacks. Researchers is needed to understand emerging attack vector and develop adapting mitigation strategies capable of countering new and evolving threats effectively. Now, next point, resilience to aviation techniques. Attackers often employ aviation techniques to bypass DDoS mitigation measures such as IP address spoofing, traffic obfuscation, and botnet coordination. There is a need for research into robust mitigation approaches that can detect and mitigate DDoS attack even in the presence of aviation attempts. Next point, cost effectiveness. In cost effectiveness, DDoS mitigation solution should be cost effective for cloud service providers and customer, considering factors such as deployment, overhead, operational complexity, and the total cost of ownership. Research is needed to evaluate the cost effectiveness is different mitigation strategies and identify approaches that provide the best balance between effectiveness and affordability. Now move on next slide. Methodology. This methodology focus on the detection of DDoS attacks in cloud environment. The proposed plan uses NSL KDD dataset for detection techniques. We use machine learning algorithm of voting classifier using random forest classification is with used feature selection techniques that the sorry the architecture of detection system is that we have to collect the sample of network traffic from the network devices by using standard traffic sample protocol. Then we have to take the unlabeled samples that are received from the network devices and gather them in flow tables of the receiver buffer. Now move on. Conclusion. The purpose of this study is to know the technology in the NSL KDD data set and in the field of DDoS attack. Through the work of top researcher, we find that different researchers have the various approaches were used to detect, classify, and identify attacks. It is talked with some of the efficient high precision techniques. It does detect and compare distributed denial of services attacks using algorithm listed above. System for detecting DDoS attacks is and standard canine displayed the result of its execution which depend on the data set. The algorithm are naive Bayes, canine algorithm, random forest, and decision tree. Compared with the other three algorithms, KNN found to provide a better precision in future DDoS detection should take off the form of an ensemble model for enhancing precision. These are the list of references paper. Various researchers are work on this field, and now I'm thank you so much.
Hello, Manish sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your presentation, sir. Uh, any of the participants, if they have any questions, I can see that there is a question on the chat. What is the use of KDD by Gulabsha? Can you see that question, sir? Yeah. Can you open the chat? See, she's asking that
Oh,
what is the use of KDD?
so KDD is a better result for the in machine learning algorithm for detection of DDoS attack. And I am using this technique for other comparison result are better for the in comparison of other algorithm. So is the best for this my topic.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got disconnected. So my one of the question that I have is that there is the DDoS attack, and sometimes the servers and the routers have to face it in real time, and there are lots and lots of like attacks are coming on. So the techniques that you're using, will it be able to implement practically, and will it be able to
Sir,
uh,
I am trying in practical.
mhm.
अभी
How
now I
fast is it?
am
My question is like
in
how fast is it? Will it be able to work real time in real time?
sir I am working in this topic already. So
Okay.
अभी so I can
So
give you
which technique
any
which technique have you finalized to use
sir
now up to now?
sir these algorithm KNN, naive Bayes and random forest and decision tree
Okay.
algorithm are used in our work.
There is question again by Gulabsha Anjum that if can we use any other technique to provide security without DDoS?
No, sir. At that time, I'm not using another technique. We can already working on their these algorithm. So I am not using another technique at that now. At that
So
time,
can you tell us that which data set from where the data set did you get? What was the size
sir,
of the data set?
NSL KDD
NSL KDT.
DD data set used.
How
in
vast
this
was it,
my
sir?
work.
How big was it?
Yes, sir.
How big was it? I'm asking how much data was there in it in that data set?
Sir, KDD NSL data set is a
Because see the number of data in the inside the data set, it will tell us that how good the machine will get trained. So how big was the data? Like I can see it's
sir.
15
I
MB.
am working on that in this topic, so I can't. I can you. So I.
No problem, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your sharing your
Thank you so much, sir.
knowledge and insights with us. I would like to have you again if we have any other presentations or any conferences. There is one more question, sir. Sorry. Can you please explain me what is the exact technique behind OTP? Abhishek Patel is asking. Uh, OTP. Abhishek sir, can you unmute yourself and clarify on this question? You're asking about OTP. Was it the part of his presentation? Manish sir, did you get the question?
Sir, OTP concept not used in my work.
Yeah, in your work I saw it is not there.
Yes, sir.
OTP Abhishek sir is one-time password. I believe it is just a two-way authentication, two-factor authentication that companies use. I think in his work he is not using OTP. Okay, sir. Okay. Uh, I will allow you to leave now. Thank you, sir. We'll have our next presentation. We are now strict on time. Uh, Let me see if another presenter is here or not. We are expecting Miss Pallavi Suryavanshi.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, okay. Do you have presenting rights, ma'am? Let me give it to you. I'm adding you as a co-host. Manish sir, you can unshare your screen. Yes, ma'am. As and
Okay.
when you are ready, you can start. We are ready. Yes, your slide is visible, ma'am. You can start.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You're audible.
Wait a minute, sir. Is it okay, sir? Am I audible or visible my screen?
Yes, yes. All of it is okay.
Okay, sir. My topic is sentiment analysis view for brand reputation monitoring in social media. I am research scholar from RKDF Bhopal. I am pursuing my PhD under guidance of Dr. Sharad Gangeli. Next is, wait a minute, so there is some technical issues for moving slides. Mouse is not working properly.
You can try arrow key, ma'am, if mouse is not working. Try arrow key. If with the help of arrow key, you can move the slides. Yeah. Yeah, it's moving, ma'am.
Okay. Contents to be covered in this presentation is introduction, literature review, material and methodology, problem statement, conclusion, and list of references. Now, introduction. As we all know, before social media emerged on the internet, most of the communication was personal, and the mass communication was left to the journalists, politicians, companies, or public figures. Social media now enables everyone to communicate about anything to everyone. Unlike traditional written media, social media is transient, similar to the personal communication. As personal communication loses importance over the time, so do mass communicated conversation. But social media is dynamic as well. Similar to everyday conversation, is it prone to influence by events that affect us. Real-time conversation are real-time. The moment something happens, people talk about their thoughts, opinion, events in their life. This reflects in the social media conversation as well. However, in everyday conversation, one person's word of mouth influences maximally 10 people, while on the social media, they can reach up to the 10 millions of the people. Next is reputation. The reputation of a company is an integral part of its value. In fact, common hypothesis in business analytics is that reputation of a company has direct correlation with revenue. A bad reputation shies away the investor as well the human capital. Measuring reputation is a very difficult problem. In earlier days, media analysts followed the public opinion based on the mention in newspaper and polls. Reputation generation. Reputation generation tries to estimate the sentiment in the sentence that mentioned the brand and aggregate the sentiment to measure the overall reputation. User-generated product reviews are becoming more important source of information for consumers, those who are shopping online. The company's reputation depend upon the forum, social media, customer reviews, former employees, and the bloggers. According to literature review, what is sentiment? Sentiment is a feeling, attitude, emotions, and opinions. What is sentiment analysis? Sentiment analysis or opinion mining is a process of analyzing digital text to determine if emotional tone of message is positive, negative, or a neutral. Using NLP, statistics, or a machine learning methods to extract, identify, or otherwise characterize the sentiment content of text of unit. There are types of sentiment analysis: aspect-based, intent-based, fine-grained, and the emotion detection. This is the process of sentiment analysis. To find out the sentiment, we have to do first the data collection, text preparation, sentiment identification, and classification, and after come results. Level of sentiment analysis. There are 4 levels of sentiment analysis shown here: word level, sentence level, document level, and feature level. This is the methods used for the sentiment analysis. It has 2 basic methods. First is machine learning and the lexicon based. Machine learning is divided into supervised and unsupervised learning, and the supervised is again divided into the 4 classification: decision tree, linear classification, rule-based classification, and the probabilistic classification. Here the lexicon has 2 types: dictionary based and the corpus based. And the corpus approach has 2 types: statistical and the semantic data. Under the linear classification, there are 2 algorithms: support vector machine and the neural network. And under the probabilistic classification, there are 3 algorithms: Naive-based, Bayesian networks, and the maximum entropy. This slide shows some of the work in the field of brand reputation. Here we have shown 5 authors' work. One is work on the development program evaluation based on the social media. Next one is analyze the sentiment and for the airport service quality. Next is analyze the sentiment on terrorism. Next is analyze the sentiment on the product safety using data text mining. And last one is using the Bangladesh cricket with the support vector machine. All the methods use lexicon based or a machine learning hybridly or a single, like airport service quality use the machine learning approach, and the terrorism sentiment analysis calculation is done by the lexicon approach. They all use the data. Context is a Twitter and the Facebook. Now the problem statement. There are following issues for finding the sentiment analysis, but sometimes the main problem occur while opinion is suitable for the user group became harmful for the manufacturer or vice versa. Like first is positive and negative sentiments, sarcastic sentence, natural language issues, and the conditional sentence. Here we have covered only four issues. Positive and negative sentiments means, for example, if we are talking about a picture quality of a camera, picture quality of camera is high, and the resuming time of the camera is also high. In this case, first high is showing the positive sentiments, but the second high is showing the negative sentiments of the camera. In the sarcastic sentiments, there is a case sometime few sentences in form of jokes maybe violate the meaning of whole sentence. What a great car! It is stopped working in 10 days. Who is going to purchase this beautiful car? Here, word is using beautiful, great, but showing the positive aspect. But here, it is a negative aspect. Natural language issues, like we are talking some devices like in the short name, like Motorola used as a Moto, Lamia used as a Lumi. This is quite conflict the analysis work. Conditional sentence are just like a interrogative sentence. If condition is appear, then happened this. These are the problem to analyze the sentiments. In conclusion, I say in pre-social media era, companies are primarily focused on the brand building through traditional advertisement and sponsorship as a long-term investments. But the rise of social media blurred the line between the brand building, reputation management, and making it clear both must manage with the strategically long-term managed perspective. The main objective is to study this paper is the different methods for the brand reputation based on the user perspective, the performance analysis of some existing method, and the analyze in the present and presented here. Thank you so much. These are my references which I have used. Actually, I have used 24 references, but I put only 14 over here. Thank you so much.
Uh, Thank you, ma'am, for providing an insight in such a trending topic of natural language processing. Uh, I have a question in your one of your slides. Like you said that the way we say, like the slang word of, let's say, Motorola is Moto and Lamia is Lumi. So does the name or the actual entity, does it really matter that we are praising it or we are talking bad about it, we are deprecating it?
Definitely, sir. Actually, if we are talking in a like a nickname, it's like just like a nickname. Motorola stands for the Motorola, but if we are talking Motorola like a Moto, it will sometime little conflict
But
to
if, for
fetch.
example, I'm praising that something XYZ thing is very good, so rather it be anything, I'm saying it's good, so it should be a positive sentiment.
Definitely, it should be a positive, but sometimes it is conflict the analysis work.
It depends upon the thing we are talking about, right? For example, camera resolution should be high, and
Yes,
for example, okay, yeah,
camera
and some,
resolution should be high. In that example, I have used the two highs. First
yeah.
high shows the positive, and the next high shows the negative aspect. If we are only fetching the word high, so
Hmm.
high is always shown the positive aspect. But in this case, there is two different categories: positive and the negative side sentiments.
Okay. And one more thing, ma'am, that in the papers that you have gone through in the literature survey of 24 papers, have you gone through a paper, have you come across a paper which is like talking more about the sentiments, not only positive, negative, and neutral, something else like three, four, say, fine-grained sentiment analysis you talked about, right? So is there any paper that you found which is more detailed, telling that what is the sentiment?
Yes, sir, I have gone through. Actually, fine-grained is use the semantic structure of the information.
So the result that it gives, it is more than positive, negative, or just positive, negative only?
Just positive, negative.
So
Actually, it should
there
go
is
for the
no work
more than
which does,
positive, more than negative. It
yeah,
should go for the more than positive and the more than negative. It covers
yeah.
the four categories: more positive,
For
positive,
example,
negative, anger.
positive, negative, rather than positive, negative, can I get happy, disgusted, or something like
So
that?
that
Five, four
comes under the
emotions.
emotional detection.
That is emotion. Okay, correct.
Emotion detection, if
So
we are talking
sentiment is
about
just
happy,
two, three things: positive,
trusting.
negative, and neutral.
Yes,
Okay, we have to like either on this side or that side.
yes, sir.
Okay, okay. There's one question from one of the participants. She's saying, "What is the role of reputation management in your paper?"
So reputation management, actually my paper is particularly for two products, camera and the camcorder. I have choose the two products, and the
Okay,
camera and camcorder I have some companies product, and they need to make the reputation. They have to analyze the aspect based, emotion based, intent based, every aspect of the sentiment analysis should go there.
okay. So do you have their data set? Because a single company might not have too much of data for you to make a machine model
Sir, in
properly.
my research work, I'm using the Amazon dataset.
Okay. So, but
It
this is
has
only
a
for
lot
camera
many
and
products.
camcorder.
Not exactly. Actually, it has lot many products. 1K plus products are there.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
One of the questions came out is when we comment bilingual, then how could we recognize that for sentiment? Like for example, we use Hindi and English combined. Sometimes we write
Definitely.
Hindi in English. So that kind of things, can it be addressed in any one of the works that you came across?
Not now, sir.
Not now. Like it should be purely a proper language that is grammatically correct.
Definitely, sir.
Okay. But can we use translation first and then do something else?
We can do, sir. Right now, my actually research work is under process.
Yeah.
As I have completed, I will cover all these points also.
Yeah, we are very sure, and we'll like you to have again, like, please, whenever we organize any such kind of conference, I want to see what progress you have made, and we like to have you here.
Bilkul. Thank you so much, sir. Even congratulate to all Baderia group to organize such a nice platform for all of us.
Thank you, ma'am. We need your well wishes, and we'll continue to do this in future.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So we'll end this session now, and thanks to all the online participants, especially because I was handling and I was chair of this session. So thanks for coming, thanks for giving your time, thanks for sharing whatever you have done. It will surely add to the knowledge of all the uh, researchers and the scholars and teachers we have. Definitely, this kind of gathering and discussion is always fruitful for the people, those who are working in this domain. Thanks a lot. I will now sign out. And we are having an offline valedictory session from maybe from the next time onwards when we'll have everything in person. We'll like to have all of you, those who are online, to be in our college and meet us personally. Thank you. Thank you, Manish sir. Thank you, Pallavi ma'am. Okay, signing
Thank
off.
Thank you, sir.